Namaste and good morning. Hope you are all doing well. Let me start by introducing myself. I am Rajesh D Sanghvi. By profession, I am a businessman and I am also a human welfare worker for Isha Foundation of Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev Ji. Today I am going to talk on a very vital subject for our Mother Earth, and you don't know how vital it is when I tell you the word trees. Yeah. Well, trees are very important for our survival. I'll show you an action before I start. Drrrr, drrrr, tap. So, you cut a tree. Did you realize what you did? You cut off a source of oxygen permanently for up to 13 to 15 years when you cut a tree. The trees are the main source of oxygen for our planet. And if trees are cut excessively, what will go into our lungs? It is the sulfur and the nitric acid and all the other gases, CO, carbon dioxide and all the other dirty gases which enter our body because there is less oxygen in the atmosphere. So, half of our lungs are actually existing on the trees. Yeah. So, since oxygen is the source of our life, so for when we breathe, it is oxygen which runs and energizes our body through the blood, and it is without oxygen we cannot survive. By cutting a tree, you have cut a source of oxygen itself. And have you realized with that small action, tuck, what irresponsible job you have done? Because it takes 13 to 15 years to get back a tree by planting it again. So that means once you cut a tree, you have lost a source of oxygen for 13 to 15 years. And that's a great loss for the Mother Earth. You know, the Mother Earth is the greatest gift God has given us, and we take it for granted. We start consuming its resources without thinking. That is the problem, you know. Without realizing, we do things and then we suffer a lot because of it. I'll tell you why trees are very important apart from oxygen. Well, the soil is held, the top soil is held to the ground when the roots hold the soil and its quality because of the trees. So the top soil stays very nice and hospitable to all the living beings on the planet when the trees hold it on the surface, and animal life and plant life is supported by the trees because they hold the topsoil. Second thing, trees are also important for feeding the groundwaters. How? Because the trees act like a sponge, and whenever the rains fall, they allow it to percolate down to the groundwater, and the groundwater is fed through the trees, and that is what is very important. And when the groundwater is filled with when the rain reaches the groundwater through the trees, it feeds the rivers. The rivers are fed by the groundwater, and the rivers are the chief source of drinking water and also water for the farming, through which we grow food. So that's how important the whole chain is. This is the ecological chain which is established on the planet, and we don't realize it. Second thing, you know, trees also attract rains. So rains is very important to sustain our life, because that is the source of drinking water for us. All water for us, you know, comes from the rain, and some of it comes from the rivers, but the rivers are also fed through the rain indirectly through the groundwater. So the trees attract the groundwater, trees attract the rain, and that helps the rains to come. You know, the rains come because of the attraction created by the tropical forest or any forest. The rains come, they attract the rain from the clouds. So that's very important. So next thing is, you know, the phenomenon of climate change is also happening because of the trees being cut away. The climate change happens because the trees are cutting away, and have been cut away, because of that the temperatures are rising. So in the North Pole and in the South Pole the ice is melting, and in Antarctica lot of ice has melted, and among mountains where the ice is there, lot of ice is melting because the temperatures are rising, and that will take away a part of the land mass, which will again create a lot of problem for humanity. And the climate change is and also the climate change is raising the temperature on the land, and that harms the animal and plant life. Now, speaking about animal and plant life, the trees also support the animal and plant life. We would not be able to exist without the animal and plant life being there, and the trees support it. So I've given you so many reasons, why we should not cut tree. The tree is a reason tree is the reason chief for our survival, and that is the most vital thing for our planet, and we don't realize it yet, and we are continuously cutting trees. A lot of us have realized this value chain of the animals, plant life, humanity, oxygen, rivers, water, and the climate change, everything, but we are still continuously cutting trees without understanding what will be our future. Oxygen, all these things are important for sustaining human life as well as all life on the planet, and that is what I wanted to bring to action. And I want to give a special regard to my guru who has launched the Kaveri calling, and that's a massive exercise to plant trees all over the Kaveri basin, because he knows that the Kaveri river is dying. So I would like to applaud my guru, Sadguru Jaggi Vasudev ji, for such a wonderful, beautiful, responsible thing he is doing for our India, for our Bharat. Well, I wish we could do the same for all the rivers of India. Well, he has made a start, he has shown the way by Kaveri calling, and he has collected money from the public by making them aware and contributing towards planting trees. What a fantastic job my Sadguru is doing. My God, I love him. Thank you, Sadguru, so much for initiating the process. I hope this catches on all over the earth, not only in India, all over the earth, and the rivers are getting revived again by planting trees. May God bless everybody, and may Sadguru bless everybody with the rivers being regenerated again. So that's all from me, and all the hip hip hooray for Kaveri calling, and may God bless you all and the Mother Earth, the most precious gift from God, who gave us to enjoy it, sustain life, experience life, and live over here as our permanent nest. And let us get the common sense right now, that we don't defile the earth and allow the trees to exist. We do the replantation on a big scale like Kaveri calling, and we do the replantation and we realize our mistake and we stop cutting any more trees. Thank you so much. God bless you. Namaste. Thank you.